Good morning, and welcome to Bumblebee Junction.
Okay, I'm just going to take a moment here. There's a full bucket underneath there. Screaming yellow beans, potatoes, beets, tomatoes, acorn squash, corn, not corn, sorry, carrots, yellow squash, zucchini. Yeah, this entire table is full. Do have a little spot there, like I don't think I have something that small to put up there. Just a quick show of how good of a year it has been here so far. We are really getting into getting the fall gardens planted in. Yeah, I have run out of room. But just thought I'd show you what we're up against for a couple of days. But yeah, let's just kind of step back a bit. Incredible. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. It has been a very busy, very hot week, and yeah, got a lot of good stuff coming out of the garden, a lot of good stuff going into the garden. So let's go take a look around. Okay, so a little update here on the radishes. They are definitely already up. You can see having a little trouble with some of the little birdies, and they did make a nice mess of this corner over here, so I have had to reseed that, but I'll explain that in just a minute. All of the spinach is coming up. Little tiny spinach all over the place. Yeah. Okay, with the birdies, Mark had the suggestion of cutting up the old tore up hoses and making little snakes out of them. So yeah, every morning I come out here and turn them. Try not to lay anything in the wrong spot here, but it has seemed to work a bit. But yeah, they're still getting in here and digging little holes. Hold on, I got plenty more to show you. Okay, a giant gopher has come through the garden and taken out all of my bean plants here. And sunflowers are huge and their heads are starting to fall over. So we'll be keeping our eyes on them. And somebody had asked about the okra. Oh, that one's even got a little bug in it. But we do have the okra growing here on the ends of the rows. But yeah, we haven't decided what we're going to do with this part yet. The potatoes are still in there, and the squash is still back there behind all of the sunflowers, but there's plenty more to look at. Okay, take a quick look here at my giant tomato shrub. Yeah, she has really come out into the yard about 5 feet in about every direction. But here are the beans that I planted. These are the green beans. Come down here to the yellow beans. They are doing very well. Did have a few little bite-offs from the birdies, but I did replant those. It's my giant butterfly bush taking over. Take a quick peek up here at the bucket garden. Yeah. Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I do have more peppers coming up every day. And the little birdies have been driving me a bit bananas, but there are still plenty of little peppers coming up in here. I have tried every little thing that I could think of, plus a few things that Mark could think of. But we do have our forks out here, and any kind of deterrent that I can put in between them to thwart a little bit of bird issue. But yeah, they're still coming up. But kind of glance over here a bit. That will be in an upcoming video. Don't really want to give it away. But we have been very busy, and we have been planting quite a few things for the fall garden. And there's the spinach and the radishes one more time. Okay, I'm not going to give away this bed, but we have replanted that bed. That is one of the big center beds. Give you perspective. There are the acorn squash and the corn in the background. But what I brought you over to this end of the garden to show you are these pretty little things. These are my white acorn squash, and they are putting on little white acorn squash, and they're adorable. Now you might remember I pulled all of the beets, and we are currently deciding what we're going to do with this bed. This end bed down here, once again we are out by the corn, has been replanted, and I'm not going to give that away quite yet. But we also have this bed. Now this is where I replanted the yellow squash, and they are popping up everywhere. Did have to replant a few of them that did get a bit nibbled on, but yeah. You know me, I'm going to keep planting until I get what I want in here. And here is, let me get in here just a little bit. You see a little acorn over there. This is the one bed of acorn squash over here at the end of the garden. Yeah, and I've picked a whole bunch off of here, and they are trailing out into the yard over there. But hold on, and we'll go find something else to look at. Alright, this is Mark's Pride and Joy. Scan down the entire length of that little field of corn. Yep, they are tasseled and silked out, and you can see the ears forming on them. So far, so good with the electric fence keeping everything that we can out. Corn still looks beautiful. Nobody has gotten in there to fuss. And yeah, so pretty. Okay, these are watermelon and cantaloupes. And this one needs to come in. You can see that the vine has died way back, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that out so I know to pick it up. There is another Charleston Gray down in there. Now these vines have come up out of the beds, and there are two more right there. And we'll sneak peek down here. There's a nice big cantaloupe, and it is just about time for that one to come in too. We've already pulled 3 out of the bed. Yeah, really, really nice. Hey, just a quick little peek in here at the tomatoes. They are definitely turning, and we have already come out and brought in a couple of big buckets that we want to get started working on. But yeah, they are still really overloaded. Okay, down here taking a quick peek at my little pumpkin patch. And I do have a couple of nice big plants here that got away from the birds, but I did have to do a little replanting. Did have to bring the forks and the little hose snakes over here to make sure that I ended up with, just stepped in the drain spot there, kind of muggy, but I do have a whole bunch of new little ones coming up that I replanted, and I haven't had any more digging out here, so yeah. Not really happy about the little birds and digging this year, but I'm still going to end up with a few plants. And oh, get down in there. We are starting to get a few bugs on us, and that kind of lead us over here to look at the sweet potatoes. They are just cascading over the side and out into the yard, doing very, very well. And it is way too early to go digging around in there to check on them, but you can tell the vines are really, really healthy, and they really look like they're very, very happy. Okay, no garden update would be complete without coming out and seeing the cucumbers. You can see there are lots of cucumbers hanging just about everywhere on these vines. Yep, plenty more blooms to come. Little tiny cucumbers everywhere. Yeah, really nice, really happy. Let's look down here and take a look at these guys real quick. Yeah, big cucumbers hanging all over them. It is very early in the morning, and you can just see the sun coming through the cucumber vines. I really think they enjoy those trellises, but swap back down through here. Yeah, really, really pretty. Really, really happy with them. But it is time to go for just a minute. Yeah, look at that. All right, got lots of wonderful things growing on in the garden, which means there's going to be an awful lot going on in the kitchen too. Now, we have had some really extreme temperatures over the last week, but if you remember, work smart, not hard. We've been working in the early morning and later in the evening. And one thing that's wonderful about Mark's shop is he has all of these big lights, and yeah, we can actually garden out here with the shop lights. Kind of makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, absolutely love it. But now there were a few things in the garden that probably shouldn't be given away quite yet, but we'll let Mark decide about that. Let's see what else is going on. The babies are getting big. Most of them are starting to get their first real feathers. So probably should bring them out and show them off here pretty soon too. And wow. Mark's working on a couple of things with Dad, and I'm not exactly sure the date that we'll be picking corn, but it's really not that far off. It's 21 days from the time that they start to put out the silk, so that's coming up really soon. That's going to be a couple of days of work to get all that put away. So we are kind of starting to get moved to preparing for a few of those things, and we do have a few beds that still need replanted, and still planning on a couple of the other ones. So yeah, not going to give all of that away quite yet, but I should probably go ahead and get on out of here. It is really starting to heat up now, so I should probably be thinking about getting a few things done in the house. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell. It'll let you know when, yeah, it's time to walk around and get another weather update. Yeah, kind of looking forward to cooler temps coming up here pretty soon. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything at all on your mind, please leave them in the little box below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. But I am going to go ahead and get on out of here, so don't forget we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.